playoff game at Staples Center for the Lakers since 2013. Remember, it was a bubble last year. Chris Paul, still issues with the shoulder. He played 27 minutes. The Lakers, meanwhile, would own the paint. First quarter, I'll look at Anthony Davis throwing it down. He had 10 in the first. This one closed through the first half, under 3 minutes in the half. Take a look, Devin Booker running. Oh, Anthony Davis getting back on D, but hold on. Watch closely as he lands awkwardly. That looks scary, but he stayed in the game. Lakers by 3 at the half. And in the third quarter, they just opened up a can. The lead is now 9. Devin Booker turns it over again. Dennis Schroeder throwing it up. Anthony Davis throwing it down. Lakers up by double digits for the first time all night. Later in the third, the lead is 10. And it's LeBron using the screen. Nobody there. LeBron had 10 in the third. 2 minutes left in the quarter now. It's Davis in the paint. Look at the long-distance sky hook. Davis had 18 in the third. Davis and LeBron combined for 28 points in the third quarter, and they never look back. Fourth quarter, it's a 19-point lead. More from LeBron. He would score 21 plus 9 assists. Anthony Davis, 34. Lakers take game 3, 109-95, and in so doing, take control of this series against the Suns. Again, AD and LeBron, 28 in the third, 5 more than the entire Suns team. Their most in any quarter as teammates, and that includes the regular season. And so here's the big fella who told us yesterday this is what would happen. Kendrick Perkins told us yesterday on this show the Lakers were going to win. Big Perk, what is your number one takeaway from the Lakers' performance last night?
Well, how dominant they were, Greeny, in the paint, right? Just think about it. The Lakers shot 7 for 28 from 3, but they dominated the paint. They had 58 points inside the paint. I call it playing daddy ball. They were abusing the Phoenix Suns, and it started with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. They had it their way. And look, this is why they're the best duo, the most dominant duo in the NBA. Because when their shot's not falling, they're going to get to the basket, and no one can stop them, okay? And then let's not even talk about their defense. They were on their heels, and you know what I'm about to say, like a pair of socks last night. You watching Anthony Davis chase down blocks right here, making the extra effort. They load up on boxes and elbows. Caruso with the activity, active hands right here, stripping D-Book, had him frustrated all single night. Dennis Schroeder, being the pest that he is. Oh, Andre Drummond's site. They are the number one defensive team in the league, Greeny, and that's where they hang their hats on. They held the Phoenix Suns to 12 points in the second quarter.
Exactly right. And then they took control of the game, complete control in the third. And so, are they now clearly the team to beat in the entire Western Conference?
Yes. Yes, okay, yes. And it's not even up for debate, Greeny. You know that. You know that. And I'm tired of keep telling and preaching to people. Only a fool despises wisdom. And you can watch with your eyes and see that the Lakers are the most dominant team in the Western Conference.
Okay, and the other wisdom that you imparted upon us the other day was that the Bucks were going to be the team to come out of the East, and now here they are running rampant through Miami, this team that beat them last year. They dominate games 2 and then 3 last night. So talk about the Milwaukee Bucks and how you see them coming out of the East.
I mean, did you see them last night, Greeny? They look like the male version of the movie Set It Off. Giannis was Queen Latifah, Chris Middleton was Jada Pinkett, and I say Drew Holiday was Vivica Fox, okay? Because they were strapping up. And look, pull the brooms out, okay? They work for Luther's Janitorial Service. Call them the Milwaukee custodians. Look, on the defensive end, they are something to be reckoned with, okay? They held the Miami Heat to under 25 points in every single quarter. Big Lopez is down there anchoring the defense, blocking shots, protecting the basket. You got P.J. Tucker putting his body on the line, taking charges. I haven't seen a team lock up this Miami Heat team like this in a long time. And by the way, Greeny, let me remind everybody that this team right here led the NBA in scoring with averaging 120 points a night.
That's exactly right. And they're staring probably at the Nets in round 2, so we'll see what happens when we get there. Big Perk, stay close by. We're getting back to you.
We're in Los Angeles. He's Stan. I'm Neil. Right across the street, the Lakers were hosting a playoff game for the first time in 8 years. I mean, that had to be verified by Swinger in research Because it doesn't sound like it could be true. No, but it is. The Lakers won the title in the bubble last year. You remember that. Before that, they hadn't been to the postseason since 2013. They were back Thursday, and so were their fans. About 7,000 of them were allowed when the Lakers took on the Suns in Game 3 of their series. Let's check it out. Lakers took Game 2 in Phoenix with a bounce-back performance from Anthony Davis, who had promised to play better and did. Suns keeping an eye on Chris Paul, whose injured shoulder has limited his effectiveness and minutes. All right, pick it up first half under 3 minutes left to go in the half. Suns up 1. Devin Booker blocked by Anthony Davis, but Davis lands awkwardly, and you can hear the hush fall over the crowd at Staples Center. Davis was okay, stayed in the game. Lakers held Phoenix to 12 points in the second quarter. They led by 3 at the half. Lakers only scored 16 in the second, but they would snap out of it in the third. LeBron James trying to set the tone. Lakers now up by 7. James to Davis. Big finish. Lakers a quick 6-0 run out of the half. Suns need a timeout. Lakers now leading by 9. Devin Booker turns it over. Lakers out in transition. Dennis Schroeder to Davis. He was the best player on the floor once again. 34 points on 11 of 22 shooting and 11 rebounds. Just over 6 minutes left. Lakers by 11. James pounding his chest. Lakers bench getting fired up. Next possession. Uses a screen. Throws that one down. He hesitated, and, well, Mikal Bridges got worked. James, 10 points in the third. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Davis in the paint, long-distance hook shot. He had 18 in the third. So Davis and James combined to score 28 in the third, their most points in any quarter since they became teammates, including the postseason. They outscored the Suns by 10 in the third. Fourth quarter. James working on Jay Crowder. Reverse layup. The bench got a real kick out of that. Look at Andre Drummond. He knows the move. He's seen it before. James, 21 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. 40 seconds ago, Lakers up 10. Little frustration from the Suns here. Schroeder drives, fouled hard by Booker, and then Jay Crowder got a little bit of him on the way down as well. Booker with a 6th foul. He's ejected from the game. He finished with 19 points. Really didn't play well. He shot 6 of 19. After Booker was ejected, Crowder had some words with Schroeder, and then Crowder got the hook as well. But Davis and the Lakers get the win. They're second in a row in this series, 109-95. They're up 2 games to 1.
Being aggressive opens up the floor for my teammates, and when these guys are making shots and making plays, and they open up the floor for me. So it's a combination of both. I think everyone is just being aggressive and looking to get in the paint and find guys, and also making plays for themselves. And when we all playing that way, we're a tough team to beat.
I'm looking for a shot, getting into the paint, getting fouled, and knocking his free throws down. He's just ultra aggressive right now since game 1, and we're going to need that to continue to happen. And like I said, it starts with him, trickles off to me. I'm able to make some things happen. But when he's aggressive, we're all aggressive.
His mindset just reversed the whole course of tonight's game. Being the first big down, putting pressure on their transition defense, and that opened up a lot of driving lanes for Brown, who mentally made the decision, to get downhill and just live in the paint and live at the rim. And he was dominant during that stretch. And those 2 guys really reversed the whole course of the game.
They absolutely did. James and Davis nearly outscored Phoenix by themselves in the paint. They combined for 36 points down low, their second most in the game this season. 22 of those 36 points came in the third quarter alone. Hey, look who's with us to break down the playoff action. Kendrick Perkins joining us on SportsCenter. All right, so Perk, how did the Lakers dominate Phoenix in the paint?
Well, I mean, they were aggressive. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, especially LeBron, in the first half, he did not look to attack. But in the second half, he strapped his boots up his shoulders that his ankle was okay. And they got to the paint at will. Stan, I call this daddy ball right here. Men's amongst boys. This is what I do to my sons in the driveway. Getting to the paint. 58 points in the paint. And the crazy thing about it is that the Lakers shot 7 for 28 from the three-point line.
All right, so we saw that little situation at the end there with Crowder and Booker. Is that just frustration on the part of Phoenix because the Lakers are just having their way with them?
Yeah, and look, this is what happened when you face a bunch of dogs, okay? The Lakers have the best defensive team in the league, and they showed that tonight. They strap up, boxes and elbows, the way that they protect the basket. It's hard out there in LA. It's hard going against Anthony Davis, one of the best defenders in the game today. They get into you. They're not going to back down from you. They frustrate you. They go with active hands. They get deflections. The Lakers hang their hats on the defensive end. You know what, Stan? I'm getting tired of everybody talking about, oh, it's an offensive game, and the big three with Brooklyn got so much firepower. You got to win with defense in the playoffs, and that's what the Lakers done. They held the Phoenix Suns to 12 points in the second quarter. Think about that.
Yeah, that second quarter, their defense, and then in the third quarter, they got back on track offensively, and just too much for Phoenix. So the Lakers up 2-1. Perk, don't move. We got some more to talk to you about.
I'm too big to move, Stan.